It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millis Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedules, horse biting, and seasonal hunting information with my outdoor media analysts Joe Allen Dunn and Kevin Sims. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millis Ferry hunting and fishing report.
There he is. Team Bigfoot, baby. Another one on the B&B Silver Shade. Team Bigfoot in the house.
Team Bigfoot's in the house, and we had technical difficulties. Sorry, y'all, we're running just a little bit late. We got a good show coming. Let's get the old Buckmaster on the phone, and I got to apologize to him.
Hello.
Jackie, I got to apologize to you. I had all kind of technical difficulties getting started, but we on the air now. I know you're a busy man.
No.
I want to keep you too long.
No, I may always make room for Big Daddy. We go too far back, bro.
How you doing, man? I got a lot to talk about. I know you got a big weekend coming up here this weekend with the Buckmasters Expo coming up in Montgomery, Alabama, and that's what we want to talk about. But before we get to that, I got a couple of things I want to ask you. The last time we talked, you remember we talked about giving you the edge at the Squirrel Master Classic. And I understand y'all did hook up with the Hawkers, John Brunson and Sherry and them. How did that go?
I thought it went great. They were awesome, and we pulled it off pretty good. We had everybody talking about, Bushman's got some falcon or this or that. We had them all talking. They didn't know who had them and stuff. But it didn't make any difference. That the Ray's hunting team, I think they shot 60-something squirrels, a record that we'd ever had. But we sure had fun with those folks. And you know me, I'm gonna pull a gag over them, so I appreciate you putting it on it. Waddell and them, they didn't know what to think about it.
Well, so. and John told me after it was over with that they actually went back and filmed a television show just with the squirrel hawkers.
They did. Sure did. And had Rhett, my social media guy, they went out and did a whole old show with them. And that was very cool to watch.
Yeah.
They kind of got to do their own thing, and our deal is a run and gun. So, we had to leave them a little bit, but that old red-tailed hawk got that squirrel after we left. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's pretty cool to watch, to know they could train those hawks to do what they did. That's a pretty cool sport.
It really is. And those are native hawks. Those are wild
yeah.
hawks. They catch them and train them. It's quite a process.
Yeah, it is. So they're great people. We enjoyed having them down. And like I said, they put that glove on me and, walked about 40 yards away and put a piece of meat in my hand. I tell you what, I was getting a little kind of the pucker factor there when the bird started flying. He started flying to me, and I left my hand out there. I said, "Thank God I get that glove." So,
well, I know it was different. It's different. That's for darn sure. But
absolutely.
All right, Jackie, let's talk about this weekend, man. I tell you what, I've been seeing you on every television show, every radio show, and you got a big weekend coming up. Got a lot of stuff going on. Let's talk about the Buckmasters Expo starting this Friday, and I tell you, this could be the biggest one ever.
I think you're right, Big Daddy. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed doing this, and it's hard to believe we've been doing it 28 years, but, to bring something to my hometown and, the state of Alabama, it's a lot of fun, and we have so many deer hunters here in central Alabama. And, I cut my teeth down there in your part of the woods in Camden, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we got a big show. The doors are going to open at 3:00 on Friday. And they're going to go 3 to 8, and then Saturday going to be 9 to 7, and Sunday will be 10 to 5. And we've sold out of booths. Donna Gross doing a wonderful job, and we've got a lot of different, vendors, and they're all, with this COVID stuff, thank God it's getting out of the way, and now people can come back out and enjoy the expo like they used to. And these vendors don't want to take any product home; they want to sell it at discount prices. So, everything you're looking for in the outdoors will be here at Buckmaster. So, and it doesn't cost anything but a canned good, and that we're going to feed the Friendship Ministry mission with it. And if you forget, don't worry about it. We'll let you in for $1. We're going to let that $1 go to Friendship Mission. So, we got that going on. We got archery. We're doing it different. We got rid of the pro tournament, and we're working on the 4-H kids nationwide. And for the first time, we got collegiate archery teams are going to be competing. So
great.
There'll be archery competitions going on the whole weekend. We've got free riverboat rides Saturday and Sunday. We've got kids activities, and I got the whole crazy Cajun celebrity chef Stale Cracker.
I love him. I swear, I love to watch him.
He's a piece of work, and he and I got to do some TV stuff tomorrow. But I just talked to him, and he's been a big fan of the Buckmasters over the years. So glad to have him coming in. And the big deal this year.
Well, wait a minute. Before you say that, I saw you on Channel 12 the other day with Bethany, and did I hear you right? Did you say you was going to get on one of those bulls?
It's still to be determined. It's going to be at showtime, whether I'm going to do it or not. But we're talking about it. We just got to see if I can pull it off. So, to bring professional bull riding to downtown Montgomery, it's never happened before. So, they've always had the big rodeo over to Coliseum and stuff, but there's never been one in a parking lot. And I'm looking at it right now. I'm sitting right here. And the dirt is in, the arena is up, the lightings go in tonight. So, but we tell everybody we want you to come and enjoy it. And this is the way it'll work, Big Day. On Friday night, the Buckmasters Expo show will close at 8:00. Mm-hmm. The gates for the bull riding will open at 6:30, but the first bulls will go at 8:15. Mm-hmm. So that way people can come enjoy the expo and then come out and watch the bull ride. Now it's general admission, no charge for the bull. If you want VIP seating, we have a whole set of bleachers that you come into the expo, go to the Mountain Dew booth, and they're our presenting sponsor. Mountain Dew's presenting the whole weekend. They have VIP seating that you're guaranteed to seat over in certain bleachers. Otherwise, general admission. So that will be Friday night. The bulls will be going at 8:15. Now on Saturday, the Buckmasters Expo show closes at 7, and the bulls gates will open at 6, and the bulls will start at 7:15. Same gig. If you want VIP seating, come in the Mountain Dew booth on Saturday and get your tickets and stuff, and you'll have that. So that's the new thing. So there'll be 40 bulls a night. These are professional bull riders.
40 bulls, good Lord.
40 a night, and they've got 5 bulls that have been used in the PBR. You've got some PBR riders in this, and and it's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty cool deal.
Well, have you got all your affairs in order? That's what I want to know before you get
As
on.
long as my wife says, as long as my insurance is paid up, she don't care what happens. So,
Well, Jackie, if I was you, I'd go around and ask which one of them's got a broke leg. That's the one I want to ride.
exactly. But we're gonna have fun with this thing, and if it takes off. Now, hey, we got it's Alabama. It's summertime. We could have some showers come in and out. If there's lightning and thunder, we'll stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people can go hide in the motels and stuff, and we'll restart. If it's a light rain, the bulls don't care. They're riding in the rain and Cowboys. So I would tell everybody, do it like a football game.
Yeah.
Don't bring umbrellas because you'll be messing up. Bring a poncho or bring a little rain suit with you just in case we do get a little shower.
Well, Jackie Bushman is known all over the world, but we all know you just an old Alabama black belt redneck just like we are.
And I'm proud of it, too.
You darn right. Well, bull right. I hope you get in that barrel instead of get on them bulls. Jackie, I know how old you are. You're a little bit too old to get on one of them bulls, man.
Well, we're going to check out the barrel, too. I'm 6'3", so we got to figure out how tall the barrel is. So we're working on all of those angles, but if I can pull it off, you know me, I've done a lot of crazy stuff, but this one might be the craziest. But
I hope that you got the cameras rolling. That's what you ought to. You ought to live feed it for all of us that can't come up there.
Well, it's gonna be video for the Buckmasters TV show, and also the Wrangler Network's gonna be here. It's gonna be on the Wrangler Network too. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, guys. Like I said, Mountain Dew's our presenting sponsor, and we just hope everybody will down your way will get in the pickup trucks and come on, bring the whole family, and have a big weekend here at Buckmaster.
It is going to be fun, Jackie, and every year it is fun, and you have so much going on, and just to charge a can of food and what you have done for all of those benefits for every year, the people you feed, it's just an amazing event, man, and I'm just always proud to hook up with you. You need to come down here and see us sometime. I know you stay busy. I was listening to you the other day. Did I hear you say that Jacob Landry's co-hosting with you on the television show now?
Yes. Yeah, Jacob has been co-hosting with me in like the last 3 or 4 years. I need some of these young folks to get in here. And so Jacob's been doing a great job. And, he and his dad and I go way back. And I didn't even know who Swamp People were. And I brought them in here. And heck, I had to call the mayor and tell him to get a bunch of police down here. The line was so long, it was out to Renaissance and 3 blocks down. So, but we became real good friends, Troy and the whole family. And Jacob's just a fine young man and wanted to be part of the TV show. And yeah, he's one of my co-hosts.
Well, that's good. Hey, and one more thing before I let you go now. Y'all will be scoring deer, right? Steve Lucas will be there and scoring deer.
Yes, bring your deer heads. We'll, get those scored for the BTR and absolutely. And then we've got a world record, state Texas record. I believe with archery is going to be here on location too. So I don't think I missed anything, guys. Like I said, we got the flying dock dogs back. Everybody loves the dock dogs.
Yeah, I knew it was something we was forgetting. Yeah,
it's the dock dogs, and we had them last year. We hadn't had them for a few years, and came back, and everybody really enjoyed them. And we got bleachers with covers on them so people can watch the dogs competing. And man, these dogs can jump now.
Darn right. Mm-hmm.
These are professional dogs. So we got that and the bull riding and just having a good time. We don't have country music this year, so we wanted to try the bulls out and see how it works. My buddy Riley Green and some of those guys have said if they can book their weekend during Buckmaster, we might try to do that next year. Yeah. So that's the only thing that we got missing, but I think 2 nights of bull riding, I think everybody will thoroughly enjoy.
Well, the last time I saw Charlie Daniels was at a Buckmaster Expo. I don't know how many years that's been, but that was a great concert.
One of my best friends in the industry. Charlie's been with me for so many years. I hate to see when he passed, but yeah. I told everybody if I didn't get a Christmas card from anybody, old Charlie always sent me one. 83 years old and led a great life and just was a true American.
He really was.
I wish he was still here. He could run for president.
Yeah.
He if everybody was like Charlie Daniels, our world wouldn't have a problem. So, but we sure missed him. And like I said, but we're going to have a big weekend. Y'all come on down, see me. Tell everybody down that way to come on.
I will. Now, Stale Crockett's, he going to have a booth or he's going to be moving around? He going to do any cooking?
A booth.
Okay.
He's got a booth and he's got all kind of merchandise and all kind of stuff. I got to do a show with him tomorrow, so we're gonna see what that crazy fool's gonna do tomorrow. So,
well, Jackie, thank you so much for taking time to be with us today. Always a pleasure to catch up with you, and good luck this weekend. I know it's gonna be a huge success, and please be careful on one of them bulls.
Well, if I get on one, if this is my last call to you, Big Daddy, we've had a hell of a ride. I'll see you in the big house. Okay?
All right, my brother. Thank you, Jackie.
All right, see y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, he's been in it a long time. I tell you, he's something else. The old Buckmaster, Jackie Bushman. That's going to be a big show this weekend. I'd like to go up there and see them bulls.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be something. All right, everybody, I do want to apologize again. We got off to a rough start this afternoon on the show. Can you hear me all right? Ryan Gunn, sound, ? Can you hear me? I hope y'all can hear me all right. I believe you can. But anyway, let's go over let's get to the meat and potatoes of the show. Miller's Ferry Powerhouse, and the phones are back working. Joe Allen, I called him this afternoon. This is the schedule for tomorrow. From midnight to 6 a.m., 2 units will be running. From 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., 3 units will be running. From 10 to midnight, 2 units will be running at Miller's Ferry. And then at Jones Bluff, from midnight to 6, 2 units running. From 1 to 7, 4 units. And from 10 to midnight, 2 units. River temperatures is 90 degrees in the river, 89 in the sloughs. And you say that I'm pulling the water down and it's clear, Joel.
It is real clear. It's clear as glass. It's as pretty as you want to look at a river right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, David Watson said we loud and clear. And Dunn Sports should have a booth up there at the expo, bud. Sure should have.
We done that for years, going to different things. Back when the state champion turkey calling contest was in Jackson, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a while ago. We did that, but Bubba said that was too much sugar for a dime, loading all that stuff up.
I tell you, working them shows, 3-day show, that's a lot of work. I did it for a long time with Lambert Seed Company. I sure did. All right, let's see what we got going on this weekend. This is the main thing coming up Friday I wanted to mention to y'all. It is the Pilots for Christ fundraiser going on Friday. It will be Friday, August the 19th from 10 o'clock to 2:30, and they're raising money for Pilots for Christ. That is a great organization that if you get sick or have to get transferred to a hospital somewhere and need to go fast, they will put you in an airplane and get you there at no cost. And this is a fundraiser that Daniel Sawyer and all the people at the South Alabama Kubota and Rental are putting on, and they are going to match every donation up to $20,000. So everything that's donated, they're going to match it up to $20,000, and the Modern Woodsman of America will match it up to $55,000. So if they raise $25,500, it's going to get doubled for the Pilots of Christ. The Bloodmobile will be there. They will be serving hamburger and hot dog plates, $10 per plate. Barbecue truck will be there. It will be at South Alabama Kubota and Rental in Monroeville, Alabama, on the strip, right across from the college. All you got to do if you're coming south or north, when you see orange, you'll know you're there, because there'll be a bunch of them orange Kubota tractors out there. And I hope everybody goes and they have a great turnout and raise a lot of money for Pilots for Christ. Also this weekend, Dippy Outdoors Kids Crappie Tournament. This is his big crappie tournament of the year. It's a kids crappie tournament with an adult division. And so that'll be at Hubbards Landing on this weekend.
When we gonna get a Dippy Outdoors in Miller's Ferry, Alabama?
I tell you what, Joel, I've been getting calls from a bunch of folks down there, and that they're gonna come up here with some bass tournaments next year. So I look for Dippy, old Dip McMillan, to bring at least one crappie tournament up here to Miller's Ferry.
Well, I tell you what, there's one that wanted to get hooked up with him and do it. And that's CT Ward. He wants to do a crappie series.
Yeah,
so
he does.
He needs to partner up with them, somebody that, that's been doing it for years knows how to do it.
Let me tell y'all something. You remember Big Daddy said this: Demopolis, now Selma, soon to be Mount Vernon, and Bridgeport. Those 4 facilities, and I think they're working on something over in Choctaw County now. It is fixing to be a angler's dream. It's going to be something for an angler to get in every weekend, and it's going to be a way to make money. You can go to CT Wars and buy you a boat, and if you're a halfway good fisherman, you can pay for that boat in 2023 fishing in all these tournaments that's coming up. I promise you that. But anyway, y'all, if you're a business and want to donate to this tournament, Dippy and them do a great job raising money and stuff for the kids. It's a kids tournament. It really is. And that's this weekend. And that's all I got. Other than next Thursday will be the Bridgeport Jackpot Tournament. Not jackpot, fruit jar tournament. All right, I got all the gator results here. I got them on my Facebook page. I'm not going to go over them. We had 24 of the 50 tags filled. CJ Knight from Silicaga was a tag holder with the biggest gator. He got it out of G's Bend. It was 11 foot 2 inches, 363 pounds. And they are killing some big ones down there in the Southwest on 500-600 pounds. But we got one more weekend. Don't ever give up on West Central. No. It's a big one out there, I guarantee.
Has there been any advancements made on opening up that new zone we wanted to?
I have heard some chatter that if they don't get, they bring in a lot of little gators in the West Central zone. And I've heard some chatter, now this is just chatter, that they might vacate the West Central zone for a couple of years and move it over to the Tom Bigby River. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's when the big boys will roll in.
Yeah. And everybody has been keeping up with the Facebook, know that the dredge boat is docked. I think it's docked at Shadow Creek tonight. They have cleaned out the channel up all the way to the landing at Roland Cooper State Park. They're fixing to head north. I don't know what they're doing. I know they're gonna go to the Selma City Marina and they're gonna dig it out really good. And
well, it's like you said, they can't get everywhere this first time.
Yeah.
But we know they're coming now ever so often.
This is gonna be a routine. You're going to see this boat a lot on this river. It's going to be a routine deal.
So, in other words, you need to let them know the places you want done, and the next time they come through, they may hit your slough.
That's right.
Exactly
That's
what
right.
you want.
And I think the way that they're doing it now, that it's something about the water clarity or something. I don't know. The Corps of Engineers will have to tell you, but they are loosening up on some of those bureaucracy rules and regulations.
Well, they need to.
I also got a call this morning from Rick Pipkins. Rick Pipkins runs a possum bend dove hunt, and it's a all 3 season hunt, and it's a club thing,
right?
And he is it's a 200 membership. You was in it last year, Joel. He does a great job at if it's something you want to get into, it is a club atmosphere. He feeds you at the hunt. It's a pretty big deal.
It's a first class run operation. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt. And doves are doves. And he plants everything.
Yeah.
And he does everything to have the birds, and they will be there. He might not can hold them. The weather changes. You got to take all that into consideration. But what I'm saying, I love to go to a field and look at it and see all this stuff planted. And I know that man didn't lie to me. He tried to get, if he doesn't have the dove. But I guarantee you this, you won't never eat the kind of food that he'll have prepared before the hunt and the kind of people that you would love to be in the atmosphere with.
The camaraderie is top of the line.
That's the whole thing. That's why I love it. And I tell you what, I killed a limit last year. I killed a limit on 2 of the hunts. One of the
How many hunts is it all together?
It's a hunt every weekend.
Okay.
And
every weekend of the season.
That's right. And depending on
the birds.
Now you can call him, before the hunt. He's not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. Either we got the birds or we don't. He's trying the best he can. And the thing I liked, I didn't call him about the birds. I asked, what are we cooking this weekend? One weekend he had
why does that not surprise me?
I mean, we had fried fish. One weekend we had, I forgot what that was, brisket. And then another weekend, I remember we had shrimp, oysters, seafood. I mean, how can you and your guests get to eat a $100 meal every month?
You join the club and you can carry a guest every time you go. And if you're interested in something like that, this is you can hunt every weekend. It has a hunt every weekend. On Saturday, I guess.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a fine group of people to be around. It is unmatched.
Y'all give Rick Pipkins a call, 251-709-9254, and tell him me and Joe Allen will plug in him this afternoon. Anything else, Joe Allen? I think that's all I got.
We got our dove they go.
Huh? We're gonna get to that in a minute. But I did want to show you this. That right there was last night. What did you think when you saw me put that up, Joe?
I said, who in hell cooked that? It wasn't you cooking that. So somebody cooked it for you.
My brother Tomcat cooked that. My sister's here from, she lives in Washington, and I had one bag of fish left, and we cooked it. And Tommy and Janelle made those hush puppies, and he told me, he said, "You tell Joe Allen this ain't done sport. This is Tommy Lawler. He did a good job. They were so good."
Well, what we're gonna have to do is him and Janelle, they're gonna have to come eat with me.
That ain't gonna never happen.
They got to.
But anyhow, it was darn sure good. All right, let's get into the hunting and fishing report. Let's start with catfish. I didn't talk to anybody that went catfishing this weekend. Did you, Joel?
No. Well, what's going on, with the water getting low, they got a schedule, and it's a good schedule. Mm-hmm. They're usually pulling it from 2 till 8.
1 to 7.
Yeah, in the afternoons. Mm-hmm. That's when you need your jugs out there in the river long line. Mm-hmm. And then when they cut it off, I would say get in the sloughs with some 6-foot lines over tops and through the stumps. Mm-hmm.
Brian Taylor, what do you need to do to catch a catfish, Brian? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then that's what I do.
Jug. Yeah. Talking about jug.
And when they're pulling water out in the river tight lining in the afternoons.
Catfish. What about the bait? Can you get bait now?
Yes, you can. You got to learn how to do it and look in the sloughs where you see flickering. You want you just got to go around and hunt them. Mm-hmm. And when you see them, be ready with the cast net.
And by the way, we didn't mention this at the first of the show. Kevin had to work. They had a hydraulic pump blow out or something, and he had to work late. So we missed Kevin. All right, let's talk about crappie fishing. Mike Letkins has been catching some crappie. That last picture he sent me, he limited out, he said, on jigs. Looking at those fish, me and you kind of, we
wondering about live bait. Yeah, I'm still saying live bait's doing better. Yeah. When they're pulling water, definitely in the river or over them treetops. The last time I fished over some of the tops with a slip cord, did good. And then I knew where some boat docks that I'd seen fish under. And that Sunday, I sit in the shade under the boat docks and caught 18. And I loved it. And I didn't get burned up. Don said, "Well, you got to be burning up." I said, "No, I'm sitting here on the shade catching them."
So, well, and I talked to the crappie gypsy a long time last night, and that's our new title for for Shane Jones.
Well, that's what he
Crappie
is a crappie gypsy. And then I'm telling you, he'll carry his caravan anywhere. He like be in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. You went on never know what you'll
Look what
show
he
up
said.
at.
Look, Joel, he said he'll see y'all Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be looking for him.
All right, you gonna come stay with me? I'm gonna get them steaks for you to cook for us.
There you go. There you go.
Me and Big Daddy's hungry for a big steak.
Yeah. All right, if you are, and I tell you, Brandon Threadgill, he's tearing them up there on that Alabama River up there, and I know he's using them puddle jumper jigs. I know he is. But
he's fishing up on Jones Bluff, right?
That's right, up there on the Alabama River, above the Jones Bluff Dam. Shane said, "Get them, Joella."
Well, I ain't gonna be there. I tell you what, I'm gonna get a whole ribeye and you cut them up.
There you go. There you go.
Tell me what else we need.
All right. Oh, we're going to eat good this weekend. I got a food with that darn alligator on. But anyway, if you're coming crappie fishing this weekend, what would you do, Joe Allen? What are you and Shane going to do? Going to look like y'all going?
Well, what I want him to do is to go around and school me more on boat docks.
Yeah, shooting docks.
Because there's a lot of fish on them boat docks with this hot water and shade on them. And I've done found some, and I told him, in that 15 foot of water sitting out over, and they're all up on there, and some more, and some little bit of shallower ones. But that's what I want him to school me on, really fishing docks.
Well, you know what he's done now. He has changed over to casting rod, them casting reels.
Yeah.
And he's bringing them. I want to see how he does with those casting reels.
You could probably do, I think, the same thing. I don't know.
I don't believe you can shoot docks with no casting reel.
Probably not.
We'll see.
Probably not.
We'll see. But anyway, shooting docks is your first thing, and then your regular slip cork over brush piles, and I still think that the river bite is going to be on too. That
it's
bottom bounce.
No doubt. You know, you can catch a bottom bounce.
All right, let's go to bass fishing, and I got you some results here. This past weekend, the Bridgeport Summer Team Trail had their final tournament, and let me tell you, those folks at the Community Neighbor Bank, they had a table set up, giving fishermen all kind of trinkets, and they, of course, had the $250 big fish bounty at every tournament. And the Camden Baptist Church, that crew was there at the weigh-in, handing out trinkets and packets to carry out with you and bless the tournament. And then that afternoon, they have burnt those fishermen with them popsicles.
Well,
the Camden Baptist Church.
That's a fine tournament there.
It really
you can't ask for no better.
She's done a great job, and she's got a brand new whole schedule next year. She's doing spring and summer next year. So, and all of it's at Bridgeport City Landing on Lake Miller's Ferry. And here's who won it. Justin and Shane Paul won it Saturday. They had 16.34 pounds and a 4.36 Community Neighbor Bank Big Fish. They won the $250. And Anglers of the Year was announced. Bo Spence and Tyler Temple from Meridian, Mississippi were the Bridgeport Summer Team Trail Anglers of the Year. Last Thursday at the Fruit Jar Tournament, Tad Detlefson, is that the way you say it?
Detlefson, yeah.
Detlefson, he won with 3 fish, 7.56 with a 3.32 big fish. And Trey Wade and Bradley Parnell, the ABT Eufaula champions, were second with 3 fish that weighed 6 pounds. And in Demopolis, Pride of the South, the elite division, Todd and Trevor Nelson won with 1966. They come on strong with listen to this, they had a 6.26 big fish. Second place was Bobby McCall. He had 17.34 with a 6.28 big fish, but his big fish died. Oh, golly, man, they made him sick. Yeah. So he came in second, and Adam Cochran
that's real strong for a summertime weight.
Adam Cochran and Russ Seal were third with 5 fish that weighed 11.90. And I wish Kevin was here to tell us, but Joe Allen, let's see what else. I got some more. Oh, had the Bassmaster High School championship this weekend, and we had 2 Alabama high school teams finish in the top 5, and I was real, real proud of them. ABT opened up their registration Monday morning, filled up in 18 minutes. They full. They full. Well, the North Division and the South Division took a little long. They filled it up.
Yeah.
Both divisions. And I told you a while ago, I've gotten calls from a guy down in the Delta area. He's got a tournament trail called the Poor Man's Bass Tournament Series, $35 entry fee. He said he's bringing it to Miller's Fair next year.
Well, it'll go real well.
And then them Ayers boys in Demopolis are starting a tournament trail over there at Demopolis. It's called the Poor Man's Team Tournament. I don't know what the entry fee is, but I'm telling you, y'all, it's going to be a fisherman's or anglers.
Well, we got a paradise.
There ain't no doubt about it. All right, if you're coming fishing this weekend, I don't have any tournaments. Just coming for fun. What would you do, Joel?
Well, I want to lean toward the crappie, but you can do it all. The water is super, super clear. They got it low, and that really makes it better for anything.
Mm-hmm.
For the bass, I love fishing out in the river, dragging them real big crankbaits or Carolina rig, or you can drag anything up those ledges and catch fish this time of year because that's where they are. Another thing, a lot of people probably ain't never heard or doing this, but I love getting out there too used to, and I caught a lot of fish with them. The spoon on the bottom, them jigging
a spoon.
Jigging them spoons. And
I hadn't heard about that in a long time.
You'll catch anything from bass, crappie, brim, even caught a turtle out there jigging a spoon. So you catch anything on that spoon right off the edge of the ledge. And the same thing with your crappie and all. If you get down deep with your minnow or your jig, they on that ledge out in the river. And you got some fish still in the sloughs where they got 15, 16 foot of water. You'll catch them on brush top piles, crappie, bass, catfish, everything.
It's a good time to go fishing. Good evening, Raymond Bond in Western, North Carolina. Al and Brooke Smith at Lock 5 tuned in. Old Freddie's tuned in over there in Meridian, Mississippi. Appreciate everybody tuning in. All right, the ponds at Bibb County Lake, they had a bass that weighed 9 pounds 3 ounces out of the Bibb County Alabama Public Lake this weekend. So the ponds are producing. A couple of things I want to mention before we go. The gator season is this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. I get asked all the time, Joe Allen, when can I come down there and see a gator wade in? Well, I can tell you the best time is to come from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. That's when most of them come in. Keep up with my Facebook page. I will let you know the estimated time of arrival if a big one's coming in. And other than that, you ain't no way to tell anybody when one's coming in. Todd Prater's doing a great job with the Selma Sun. He had a great article in the Selma Sun. It's the front page of the Progressive Era. He's just turned into a great outdoor writer. And I want to thank all of you guys in the Southwest Zone and the Coastal Zone that sent me all those awesome pictures this weekend. Joe Allen, I got the best field correspondence in the outdoor industry.
Well, I love that one where they was all hooked up on him with the rod.
Yeah.
They would bring him on.
That was live.
I know it. I like that.
Yeah, that was the best alligator hunting video I've ever seen. That was the most swamp cartel boys down there. And I'm telling you, y'all are kicking it down there. But don't give it. Hey, West Central's got one more weekend. I believe we might have some gators coming in. All right, now, Dunn Sports in Thomasville. We got these, Joe Allen. Let's see how you cut that thing on.
There it is.
That's a bad boy right there.
That's the regular Mojo
That's
dove.
the regular Mojo dove. And then we got another one called the Elite.
We got the Elite here. And
I don't know what the difference is.
The big difference that we studied and figured out on is the way the battery, goes in. This is a cartridge that fits in. This has a battery pack that hooks up to, you snap it in and all. But either one of these will work good. I still lean more toward that one. I'll tell you the truth. The Elite is fine if you want that, that bells and whistles. But with that series there, I can take a 9-volt battery and hooked up to that battery pack and carry one or two those batteries in my pocket and do the same thing.
And we talked about this on the podcast a while ago. You like to put 2 of these and some just regular decoys out,
That's
right,
right.
Joel?
And another thing, a good friend of mine, old Big Matt down in Louisiana, he told me, he said, these things will work fine for decoying your teal in too. And I know that's the truth because I set over 2 of them teal hunting with him, and we killed plenty of teal.
I got to get David Gaston over here. Teal season comes in September too. Early teal season, doesn't it?
It's going to be, I don't posted what the dates were. I looked it up. But, I talked to David today about getting me a teal call, but we'll get him on here and tell all that.
Yeah, we usually do a show every year with him with the old Gaston's custom call. He's one of the best now, ain't no doubt about it. All right, what else, Dunn Sports? You got plenty of light camo for the dove field because it's going to be hot September the 3rd.
And we got a little of everything. This year we even carried toddler camo. So, and I'm going back to having good youth coveralls and overalls. I've been slacking on that the last few years because it's been hard to find. But I'm finding companies that's got it now, and gonna have toddler camo, youth camo, breeches, shirts, coveralls, bib overalls, everything. And that's always been a huge seller for us is youth coveralls. God, we sold, tons of that, and then we lost months ago, quit doing it. So anyway, we finally got a company that's doing that. And because that's, you got to get kids back into it. You need to keep them where they're warm.
Man, I was so proud of the turnout they had at the Buckmaster High School championship this weekend. 315 high school teams from all over the nation. That's what we need to do to recruit those kids. And I tell you what, the high school, they've already made their 2023 announcement, but I want anybody out there listening that's affiliated with a high school team to please think about Demopolis, Bridgeport, and soon to be Selma City Marina to put on your high school teams. Because I tell you, Lake Miller's Ferry and Demopolis is fixing. Miller's Ferry is a little bit ahead of Demopolis right now, but they finna catch up with them, I guarantee. It's finna be big time.
But talking about those kids, today I had Fisher out with, Jesse out with me, Alden's youngest, one of his youngest, not the very youngest. But anyway, and he was telling me, we was in the store, he was watching me working up, getting up. He said, Papa, I want to go hunting. Papa, I want to go fishing. You need to carry them youngest.
That's exactly right.
There's so many memories made.
That's right.
With kids.
Exactly right. All right, Joanna. Well, this was we made it through it. We made it through it. I hope we entertained y'all. I know the old Buckmaster. I was glad to have Jackie. Me and Jackie go way back before he was the Buckmaster. He used to hunt down here in Camden when I had the bait shop, and he was a tennis pro up at one of them country clubs in Montgomery. He walking there with them little white shorts and tennis shoes on.
Y'all wouldn't jank on him with that, would you?
He's a good one, I tell you. But it's going to be a great weekend. Y'all go to the Buckmasters Expo Friday. Oh, Eddie Salter will be up there, and he'll be doing the same thing he does every show, talking to everybody that walks in there. And I sure hope Eddie don't get on no bull.
Well, I tell you, somebody, you need to go by. And I know I've been friends with Eddie a long time. The experience that Eddie totes.
Really?
Is there's nobody else that's got the kind of experience in hunting.
All over the world.
Yeah.
All over the world.
If you want to hear about bow hunting or turkey hunting, Eddie can tell you what to do.
I guarantee. All right. Thanks, everybody. Joel, anything else? We miss Kevin. Kevin will be back next weekend, next Wednesday afternoon. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Once again, I apologize for our technical difficulties we had before the show, but it all worked out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We got a loyal listening group, and we appreciate it every week on the Town Country United Bank Getting Outdoors podcast, Hunting and Fishing Report, and we'll see y'all next week.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.